What's going on, guys? I am Simple Simon. Welcome to Simple MMA Talk. Today I got another prediction video for you. I'm really sick of these prediction videos, to be honest, but I figured I'd get in on this one early, and that's a UFC 244 at Madison Square Garden, where the baddest motherfucker alive belt is on the line. I'm going to try to beep that F word out because I'm really trying hard not to swear in my videos now. But anyway, I'm going to talk about the 5 fights on the main card, so let's do this. Okay, first fight is going to be Kelvin Lee versus Gregor Gillespie. To be honest, I don't keep up as much as I used to, so I used to watch every single prelim and all that sort of stuff, but nowadays the UFC events come out so often it's hard to keep up. I just don't have time to watch every single fight. I can't remember a lot about Gillespie. I know he's been impressive when I've seen him. I just can't quite remember his fighting style and things like that. It's going to be a weird pick for me. Kelvin Lee, on the other hand, I do know what he's like. He's very confident on the feet these days. Obviously he relies on his wrestling. I've always had this thing where I thought Kelvin Lee was a little bit overrated. Now, don't get butthurt over what I just said. He's obviously very, very good. He definitely impressed me in his on his win streak on the way up to fighting Tony Ferguson. But I feel like in his fight against Al Quinto, which he lost, he definitely gets to a point, and also against Dos Anjos, where he loses that confidence. You know, you see it in his eyes. It's like he beats himself in a way, mentally. I think for Kelvin Lee to win this fight, he's definitely going to have to keep focused, stay confident. Gillespie, like I said, I just can't remember a lot about him. I know he's looked impressive. He hasn't had a lot of big. I did look up his record just before to remind myself. He hasn't fought many big names. So Kelvin Lee is definitely the biggest name he's fought. He's coming off a win over the Hawaiian guy, Max's buddy, Yancy Medeiros, however you say it. I'm terrible with names. So yeah, he's beaten a couple people. I think his most notable victories are against Medeiros, Vince Pichel, and Andrew Holbrook are probably the 3 names that I recognize as decent names. Kelvin Lee by far is a massive step up for Gillespie. I feel weird picking against Kelvin Lee here. Gillespie is undefeated. This will be his biggest test. But I'm going to go with Gillespie on this one, even though I can't really remember. I do know from memory he has been impressive because he has a lot of hype built up behind him. I feel like I should be picking with Kelvin Lee because I know Kelvin Lee, I know how good he is. But you know what? I'm going to go out on a limb here and go with Gillespie on this one. Alright, next fight is Derrick Lewis, the Black Beast, versus, I can't say his name, I'm going to butcher this, Blagoy Ivanov. Now, Ivanov, however you say his name, he's okay. Nothing about him really, stands out. Obviously, all heavyweights are heavy hitters and things like that. He's coming off a win, I think, over Tai Tuivasa, and I believe I remember when he fought Arlovsky. I think I remember him also fighting Dos Santos. This is going to be quick and easy. I don't think he's really impressed me that much from the fights I've seen him in. Black Beast, on the other hand, just manages to win. Like, no matter how behind he is, his fight against Volkov was amazing. So Derrick Lewis is very beatable, but man, he's just always there ready to knock you out. So I'm going to make this one quick and easy. I'm going to go with Black Beast on this one. Now this next fight is interesting. Wonderboy Thompson, Stephen Wonderboy Thompson versus Vincent Luque. Big fan of Luque. He's always in exciting fights. His last few fights have been amazing. I think his last fight was Mike Perry, maybe. But also, who did he fight before that? That was absolutely insane. Barberino, whatever his name is. That was an insane fight. So yeah, Luque is very, very impressive. But man, Wonderboy Thompson, he's just that guy who he seems so hard to beat with his style. Yes, Wonderboy, I think his last fight was the Pettis fight where he got knocked out, which shocked the world. It was the weirdest thing. Like, Pettis looked like he had nothing behind that punch, and Wonderboy was literally lights out. So it's going to be interesting to see how Wonderboy comes back from that. Can Luque knock him out? Man, if Pettis can do it, Luque can probably do it. Yeah, Wonderboy Thompson's style is just very hard to, I feel like you have to have a really high fight IQ with striking and things like that to really be able to get in on Thompson and touch his chin. So people have done it. I mean, Woodley's done it. Pettis obviously did it. So Wonderboy is beatable, but Luque is more of that sort of come at you, not a brawler, he's very technical, but Luque likes to fight. He wants to make it a dirty fight in a way and come at you, while Wonderboy Thompson is really a master at avoiding getting hits and chipping away at you with points, but he can always sneak in that sneaky head kick of his. So I don't know if he's going to be able to knock out Luque. Again, I believe Luque has been knocked out. I can't remember who, but I feel like he has. But yeah, I think I'm going to have to go with Wonderboy on this one. I like both fighters. I wouldn't be butthurt if Luque got this victory, because I really like him and I would like to see new contenders come up in this division. But yeah, I'm going to have to go with Wonderboy in this one, probably by decision. The co-main event is Kelvin Gastelum versus Darren Till. Darren Till making his middleweight debut. Now, everyone's been going crazy about how they're throwing Darren Till to the wolves with Kelvin Gastelum. Yes, Gastelum is one of the best middleweights in the division. Again, I think I've said it on multiple videos where I've made prediction videos about Kelvin Gastelum, like Kelvin, sorry. I am so shocked that he didn't become welterweight champion. Just because at middleweight, he's just so short. He's very stocky and thick, yes, and he's very good at getting inside and putting his fists on your chin, but he's just so short for the division. So people are just thinking Till is a write-off in this one. I disagree. Till is a big boy. He's very tall. Even at middleweight, you know, he was a massive welterweight. And at middleweight, I think he's just as big, really, especially against a short guy like Gastelum. So it's going to be an interesting one. Gastelum obviously has shown, like in the past, Gastelum was one of those guys who's very hard to put away. He's very hard to finish. He's very hard to even just hurt. Adesanya absolutely proved that Gastelum can get hurt. Again, Adesanya is a very tall, lanky sort of guy, so the fact that Gastelum did as well as he did against him, I thought Gastelum was going to win that fight, but yeah, Adesanya pulled it out. Till has similar traits as far as, like, he's going to have a lot of length on Gastelum, so, and if you can keep away from Gastelum, you know, it really is Till's for the sake. I mean, Till technically on paper you would think is the better striker, but Gastelum's boxing is absolutely up there, and he can touch anyone. It seems he's so good at getting inside. So, whew, I'm going to go with Gastelum because I just think he's so damn good. But yeah, I mean, don't be surprised if Till hurts Gastelum and can put him away, because yeah, Till is very top level striker. Yeah, I think he has what it takes, and he's just got the size. But I'm going with Gastelum anyway. Just don't be surprised if Till pulls this one out. Yeah, people just seem to be writing him off. Now the main event, oh my god, Nate Diaz versus Jorge Masvidal. This fight is interesting. Especially interesting that it's a main event fight, considering it's not for a division title, it's for a made-up title called the baddest mother... What, in the game, is it? It's weird that they did this title. The only reason it's weird is because Dana keeps saying it's just a one-off fight, the belt's not going to be defended, but whoever wins this fight, no matter who they fight next, they're going to be saying that title's on the line, you know what I mean? So that's the only reason I think it's kind of a weird idea. Whoever wins this fight, they're going to call themselves the BMF champion, and everyone they fight from now on is going to be like, that BMF title's on the line, you know, even though it's technically not. As far as the fight goes, I feel like it's an easy one to pick. I mean, look, Nate Diaz is very good. Masvidal has been around for so long. They're both really experienced. They're both good on the feet. They're both good on the ground. I feel like Nate has the advantage on the ground. On the feet, I feel like it's fairly even, but I just feel like Masvidal has more chance of hurting you. Like, Nate Diaz is one of those guys, you know, he puts it on you with volume, you know, he's not going to knock you out with one strike, not that he can't, like he put away Gray Maynard, I remember very quickly. Nate Diaz is more that pitter-patter, you know, and then wears you down. You're not going to wear down Masvidal. They've both got endurance for days. I feel like the only way Nate can win is to try to do what he did against Pettis, you know, make it a dirty fight, clinch up, maybe try to get it to the ground. I feel like his biggest advantage on the ground. On the feet, yeah, I don't know. I just can't see Nate outstriking Jorge, which is weird because Nate is so good with his boxing, and Nate has really long, lanky arms to hit you from anywhere. But I just feel like Masvidal is just on another level at this moment. I mean, Nate's been out for a long time, and yes, it was very impressive that he beat Pettis. I was shocked that he beat Pettis just after such a long layoff. But yeah, I just feel like Masvidal has really found... I've been really high on Masvidal's skill level and things like that for a long time. He's just had a few losses which I was just like, how did you lose that one, or why did you lose that one? So yeah, it's going to be an exciting fight no matter what. Nate Diaz is one of those guys. There's certain guys in this game where I feel like it's just, you can't picture him getting knocked out. You know, Nate's one of them. Look, yes, he got knocked out by Josh Thompson, but that was with a shin to the head. And I believe before that, he ate at least one or two before that, before he got knocked out. So it takes a lot to put Nate away, and it's not an easy thing to do. So yeah, I feel like Jorge can hurt him, but Diaz will probably survive, you know? So yeah, it's going to be an interesting fight. I think, to be honest, look, either man can win. So yeah, again, I'm one of those guys, it's very rare I'm going to say this is an absolute blowout. MMA is a really unpredictable sport, so either man, I think, has what it takes to win this, but I just can't help but think Masvidal is going to have this one in the bag and become the BMF champion, which is weird because it's really Nate's creation. So I would love to actually see Nate win this and get the recognition he deserves, but yeah, both guys deserve the recognition, but I'm going to go with Jorge on this one. But yeah, I really can't wait for this fight. Anyway, that's my predictions for the day. I thought I'd get in early on this one. Again, I don't know how much longer I'm going to keep doing these prediction videos for. I would much rather just talk about topics, to be honest. But you know what? I don't think people really want to hear about that or me just talk in general. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, if you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, guys, keep it simple.